Hey everybody, I got a DCC fanzine to tell you about. It's called the Stennard Courier Vol.1. This was a successful Kickstarter, and it's a 38-page fanzine. It's by Breaker Press Games, and let's take a look at it. So this is a small community, and it's used really to flesh out this company's other products. They've got adventures and stuff, and you could use it as a base of operations, and it's a little bit more than that though, so let's take a look through it. So it's got a nice, cool black and white, old school looking cover. And obviously it says Vol.1, so I expect more volumes. So the first thing that it's got the map. I think it's very cool. It's got the page numbers instead of just a key like 1, 2, 3, 4. So you know exactly which building is where to go. I think that's pretty ingenious. And then you've got your normal table of contents here. And then it's going to go into a section that's about, the history of the town. And this is going to be a town, it's on the brink of collapse. There's been famine, corrupt leadership. It's the last bastion of civilization, the foothills beneath a looming impenetrable mountain chain. It's got a couple of trading partners. They pay for protection from bandits and other predators through taxes to the nearby protectorate of Genulane, which is, again, another, I believe, some more area that's in the setting that they're working on. And it's a holy order. So there is, telling you about how a bunch of floods and stuff hurt the crops, so they've turned to more moisture-thriving vegetables and fruits, such as asparagus, cranberries, raspberries, rhubarb, and pears. And you'll see that in the cooking that is in this area, in this town. The game has gone scarce, and it's got the mark of taint, strange mutations, and bulbous cancers mar the young. And there's, it's got kind of that destitute type feel to it, obviously. There is a bunch of outcropped, outlying farms and that surround this small little town, and not too many people travel west. They say that a great evil lurks there, so it's got kind of that doom and gloom of traveling somewhere away from it, and of course that can lead you to some adventures down that way. The people that knew what happened are long dead, but fear of the west remains. So it's got a section on the laws and the crimes, so all the punishments that you might get, from a flogging to jail to public humiliation to death, and you don't want that. So don't commit crimes in this place, obviously. So, they're not going to let you just run amok in their little town. There's a constable there, and so you better mind your P's and Q's. Section on culture and religion. Rugged, stubborn people. It's going to tell you a little bit about some of them, about the temple that the spiritual center of the town was a temple. It used to be a temple. Their views on magic, such as sorcery and witchcraft, blood magic, of course, are viewed as either from abject fear to seething hatred. So obviously, some nastier types of magics are frowned on, which they should be. There's a section here about the elementalists. The people have a reverence on elements of earth, air, fire, and water. So that's got, obviously, it's made its mark here on the place. There is a cool section here called the Common Fire. So you can see here in the middle of this little area here is called the Common Fire. And it's a fire that is continuously burning. They always keep it burning because if you let it go out, that's an ill omen. They're very superstitious, and that's where maybe a flood might happen. They'll blame that. You let the fire go out, you idiot. Locusts or bugs or who knows what might have happened. Somebody got sick, and it was because the fire went out. So it's a place for to get out of the cold, to come together. And around the common fire, you've got this cool table here where you can roll and see who's sitting there. And maybe they've got some stories. Maybe they've got some sort of rumors or gossip to tell you about. And it's a way to maybe get the adventures going in a certain way, with them being able to listen to some of the people that have their schemes and maybe want the PCs to be part of it. So I like this. I think this is a neat little thing for this town, is to have this fire that's continuously going, and you better not let it go out. So this section here on the community leaders in succession is pretty cool. So it's not just a little town. It's a town full of gossiping people, power-hungry people, suspicious people of each other. And this is going to tell you all about them and in-game what they want the PCs to do. Maybe be a part of their scheme or not. And that's something that's completely up to you. This town could just be a little place of a headquarters or a pass-through or whatever you want. But if you want to delve more into it, you can get more into the drama of this place and these people that they create. They're all vying for power over the protectorate. There, you know, some people want this person to be in charge, that person to be in charge. Somebody doesn't want to be in charge. You can have delivery messages kind of, you know, come and go with the PCs, or maybe escorting some of these NPCs to some place, maybe to the Protectorate, which is in a different town. And yeah, so that's a whole section of you know, what really a whole bit about this town is their kind of schemes. And then the majority of the rest of the book is going to be spotlighting each of the individual people, and some of them have businesses. This guy here sells dogs, so you can get a dog. And of course, it has a section here on rumors and information, because these people are schemers. It's got their stats, a piece of art, and then it's got here kind of their personality, their motivations, their friendships, affiliations, their suspicions, and so on. So, you know, with who their family is. So it's cool to have that if you want to really pit these people against each other, because they already are pitted against each other. But if you want to muck up in that and get involved, there it is. So his motivations are to raise small, happy dogs, match them to their right human companion, and look out for his own family pack. And then he's suspicious of certain people, and they're suspicious maybe of him. And this lady here, a lot of their names are kind of based off of what their professions are, kind of like the old days. And this is a person that loves to be gossipy and nosy. And she's going to have a lot of juicy stories to tell the PCs, and maybe kind of, you know, get stuff going. And yeah, so she's pretty cool to get the gossip machine going. And then the mill house, this guy is a bit of a grudge holder, and he's suspicious of everybody. And of course, again, he's got his rumors and information. The bakery here's got bakery items. This lady here is also the same way. She's manipulative. She loves gossip. She's suspicious of everyone. Antagonistic towards the hymns, these other people, the Protectorate, the Light Priestess. And so, again, more of, you can see, kind of got a sourpuss face there, but she does sell bakery items here. So that's kind of cool. And again, you'll see those foods that are more water survival going in with them, baked into their pies and stuff. This guy here is the main trader. He's, of course, greedy and corrupt. His motivation is accumulation of wealth and power, such as myself. And there it is. It's got his little bit of rumors. And then at the back, I'll show you, there's some tables that are in the book, and then some towards the end that you can buy some of his wares. This lady here is, she knows all about herbs, so she's got herbal cures that you can buy. So that's pretty cool. And she's suspicious of certain people, she dislikes certain people, so on and so forth. And she's got her rumors. Now this guy's pretty cool. Stafford lamp oil. This guy sells different oils, and it's pretty cool. They're, you know, made out of different type of nuts or spices or plants, and they have different effects. Like this one, repel insects, gives you +4 armor class against insects. Small little armors, like fortitude saves, or you know, DC 11 reflex saves versus going blind, or against nausea or disease. So it's kind of neat to have those different type of oils. I like this guy a lot. Just a neat thing to be like, here's a bunch of different oils made out of these different you know, items, ingredients. Here's your bar, the Old Barn Tavern. This guy here, of course, is he's very perceptive. He's private. He's protective. He wants to be left alone. But he does have certain suspicions of certain people, of course. And he has certain friendships. So he's got his rumors as well. And this guy, he's the alemonger, and he's very charming. He'll chat with anybody. He's kind of like the opposite of the other guy in the tavern. But he'll gladly listen to any gossip from across the region. He will spew it back to anyone in earshot. So again, another gossiper. As you can see, his rumor list is quite long. This is the Black Forge, the smithy. He wants to be left alone. He is solitary. He has no friendships. He just puts, you know, his work in front of him, and that's all he does. He's mildly suspicious of everyone. He's got a few rumors there too. And then this is more towards the Great Hall, more towards kind of the leadership of the small town. And this lady, of course, is involved in it as well. She's technically the law. This lady here, this Clarissa Hymns. And yeah. And then at the back here we have make sure that's the last one. Yeah, that's the last one. Then you've got a name generator. You've got all of the different dogs. So the tables that were in the book, they're here in the back again, and then some. So the oils, the bakery items, the herbal cures, and then you've got the Old Barn Tavern menu with a lot of those different types of menu items that are based off of kind of the fruits and vegetables of the area. And so like right here, the smoked venison, it says gross corruption should be found lurking in the yolk, flesh, and bone. So showing you a little bit that there's the game around this area is cursed. Different types of drinks, and then what you can get at the smithy, as well as the trading shop. And this Ilian guy's got a couple of things that are a little different. It says behind the counter. So stuff he's got up front and stuff he's got behind the counter. That's going to be kind of like poison, thieves' tools, and stuff like that. So there it is. It's not very big, but it's got a lot of content in it if you want to really flesh up those characters and have these people going against each other and have the PCs involved in that. So there it is. Overall, I think it's a pretty cool little fanzine, and it definitely gives you a place that you can run for DCC, maybe as a place to stop by or to set up a base of operations if you wish. And if you want to deal with all these turds scheming against each other. So there it is. I'll have a link down in the description. You can just click on that and it'll take you over to Dccrpg where you can check out the PDF. And if you pick it up, let me know what you think. And hopefully there'll be a volume 2. But it seems like a pretty cool little town to maybe mess around with these people. I don't know. You know, some of them just seem like absolute turds. So it'd be cool to kind of pit themselves against each other. But there it is. And I hope you've liked this video. It's a cool product. Check it out. And thanks.